Hello, Bruce here. So today we're going to go through the practice of Yoga Nidra. So depending on how you are and how warm the room is, you'll need to lie on the floor or sit comfortably in a chair if you can't lie on the floor. You may need a blanket to cover yourself with as well. You may need a very small thin cushion under the head to keep the neck long. Otherwise, to prepare for Yoga Nidra, making sure you've got all the clothes on that you need, you're nice and warm. Make sure the windows are closed, the room is quiet. Lying down on the mat or the carpet, taking the position of Shavasana. Placing the feet approximately mat width apart and at the arms at about a 45-degree angle away from the body. Palms facing upwards. Placing the block or cushion under your head, keeping the back of the neck nice and long, chin tucked in slightly. And make any adjustments to your body until you feel totally comfortable. If you have any lower back issues, you may want to place a bolster under your knees. Now, during the practice of Yoga Nidra, there will be no movement, so it's important that you are totally comfortable. Close your eyes. Keep them closed throughout the whole practice. Take a deep, long inhalation through the nose, filling the lungs, and then slowly exhaling all the stresses and strains and thoughts of everyday life. So in the practice of Yoga Nidra that follows, you will not be making any movements, but you will develop a feeling of deep relaxation, like the feeling just before you fall asleep. And when the feeling of relaxation comes, deep sleep also comes. But you will make a conscious effort to remain awake. This is very important. Making a resolution now that you will not fall asleep throughout the practice. Do not worry if you fall asleep, as you may drift in and out of consciousness. Just maintain an awareness of my voice, focusing entirely on my voice. During the practice of Yoga Nidra, you will be functioning on the levels of hearing and awareness, the body totally asleep, and a mind in the state of deepest relaxation. The only important thing is to listen to my voice and only my voice. Do not try to intellectualize, do not try to analyze, as this will disturb the process of mental relaxation. Simply follow my voice with total attention and feeling. If any thoughts come to disturb you from time to time, just acknowledge them. Do not worry, and continue to focus on the breath, allowing yourself to commence the practice again and becoming calm and steady once more. Now bringing a feeling of total relaxation to the whole body. Concentrating on the body, becoming aware of the importance of complete stillness. Developing an awareness of the body from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. Repeating in your mind the mantra, Om. Complete awareness of the whole body. Complete awareness of the whole of the body. The whole of the body. The whole of the body. The practice of Yoga Nidra will now begin. Now focusing on the point between the eyebrows, that is called Chitakasha, the dark warm space behind the eyes, and repeat the Sankalpa 3 times. The Sankalpa is a positive statement, something that you want to become or something you want to achieve. You would never share your Sankalpa with a soul, as this is your resolve. The Sankalpa usually comes to you in its own time, but if you have not got one, think of a positive statement, and then repeat the Sankalpa 3 times, with feeling, awareness, and emotion. So we begin with a rotation of consciousness, taking a trip around the body quickly and bringing a sense of awareness to each part. Repeat the part in your mind as we move around from part to part, staying alert, but do not concentrate too intently. Become aware of the right side, the right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, the palm of the hand, the wrist, the lower arm, the elbow, the upper arm, the shoulder, the armpit, the right of the waist, the right hip, the right thigh, the kneecap, the calf muscle, the ankle, the heel, the sole of the right foot, the top of the right foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. And now the left side. Become aware of the left hand thumb, the second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, the palm of the hand, the wrist, the lower arm, the elbow, the upper arm, the shoulder, the armpit, the left waist, the left hip, the left thigh, the kneecap, the calf muscle, the ankle, the heel, the sole of the left foot, the top of the left foot, the big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. And now the back. Become aware of the right shoulder blade, the left shoulder blade, the right buttock, the left buttock, the spine, the whole of the back together. And now the top of the head, the forehead, both sides of the head, the right eyebrow, the left eyebrow, the space between the eyebrows. The right eyelid, the left eyelid, the right eye, the left eye, the right ear, the left ear, the right cheek, the left cheek, the nose, the tip of the nose, the upper lip, the lower lip, the chin, the throat, the right of the chest, the left of the chest, the middle of the chest, the navel, the abdomen, the whole of the front together. And now the whole of the right leg, the whole of the left leg, both legs together. The whole of the right arm, the whole of the left arm, both arms together. The whole of the back, buttock, spine, shoulder blades, the whole of the front, the abdomen, the chest, the whole of the back and the front together. Be totally still. Be aware. Do not sleep. Do not move. The whole body on the mat. Become aware of the whole body on the mat in the room. See the body lying perfectly still on the mat in the room. Visualize the image in your mind. Become aware of the whole space occupied by the body. Become aware of the body and space. Become aware of the whole body on the floor and the whole body in relation to the floor. And at the same time become aware of the meeting points between the body and the floor. These are very subtle physical points between the body and the floor. Become aware of the back of the head and the floor, shoulder blades and the floor, elbows and the floor, backs of hands and the floor, buttocks and the floor, calves and the floor, heels and the floor. Awareness of the meeting points between the body and the floor. The sensation of all the points evenly, simultaneously. Continue to feel these points clearly and distinctly. Please do not sleep. Listen only to my voice. Now switch the attention to the eyelids. Feel the narrow line between the eyelids. Feel the meeting between the upper and the lower eyelid. Feel the points where they meet. Intensify your awareness between the eyelids. And then the lips. Center your attention on the line between the lips, the space between the lips. And from the lips we move to the breath, becoming aware of the breath. Drawing the attention to the natural ingoing and outgoing of the breath. Feeling the flow of the breath from the throat to the belly, belly to the throat. On inhalation, the belly rises. On exhalation, the belly falls. Follow the breath, the natural breath, in and out of the lungs. Please do not try to change the rhythm. Be completely aware of the respiration, navel to throat, throat to navel. Breathing is natural, there is no effort. Do not try to change the rhythm, just maintain the awareness of the breath. Complete awareness of the breath. Now concentrate the awareness on the movements of the navel area. Concentrating on the navel movements. The navel is rising and falling slightly with every breath. With each and every breath, expanding, relaxing. Just observe the rise and the fall. And concentrate on the synchronization of the movement and your breath. Observing the rise and the fall. And now start to count backwards from 54 to 1 in your own time and counting your own breath. Saying in your mind as you inhale, 54, navel rising. As you exhale, 54, navel falling. 53, navel rising. 53, navel falling. 52, navel rising. 52, navel falling. And so on. Saying the words and the numbers to yourself as you count the breath. Be sure not to make a mistake. If you do, you must go back to 54 and start again with complete awareness that you are counting from 54, navel rising, 54, navel falling, 53, navel rising, 53, navel falling, and so on. Total awareness, no mistakes. Backwards from 54, navel rising, 54, navel falling, 53, navel rising, 53, navel falling. And if you get to number 1, you must go back to 54 and start again, counting the breath with complete awareness, no mistakes, backwards from 54, navel rising, 54, navel falling, 53, navel rising, 53, navel falling, and so on, all the way from 54 to 1. Be totally aware. The tide rises, the tide falls, the twilight darkens, the curlew calls. Along the sea sands, damp and brown, the traveller hastens towards town. And the tide rises, and the tide falls. Darkness settles on the roofs and walls, but the sea in the darkness calls. The little waves with their soft white hands efface the footprints in the sands, and the tide rises, and the tide falls. The morning breaks. The steeds in their stalls stamp and neigh as the hostelrier calls. The day returns, but nevermore returns the traveller on the shore. And the tide rises, and the tide falls. And now we stop counting the breath, leaving the breathing to focus on sensations. Focusing on the sensation of heaviness within the body. Awakening a feeling of heaviness. A feeling of heaviness throughout the whole body. With every exhalation, feeling the heaviness in every single part of the body. With every exhalation, the body feeling heavier, so heavy that you seem to be sinking into the mat. Be aware of the heaviness of the whole body. And now the lightness. Be aware of the lightness in the whole of the body. A sensation of lightness and weightlessness throughout the whole body. With every inhalation, your body feeling so light that it seems to be floating away from the floor. With every inhalation, bring in that sense of lightness to the entire body. Feeling the lightness throughout the whole body. And now withdrawing the feelings of lightness and focusing the mind on the space in front of the closed eyes. Focusing on the space between the eyebrows that is called Chitakasha. Imagining before you a transparent screen through which you can see infinite space. A space that extends as far as the eyes can see. Concentrating on the dark space in front of the closed eyes and becoming aware of any phenomena that manifests itself within. Whatever you see in the manifesting state of the mind. Continue the awareness of this space, but do not become involved. Just observe, be detached, be aware. If thoughts occur, let them come and let them go. Just continue to watch the dark, warm, friendly space with detachment and awareness. We shall now move on to visualization. Imagining yourself in a park in the early morning. The sun just risen, the park calm and peaceful. You are walking across the cool grass with bare feet. It is warm. Listen to the birds sing and call as they welcome the new day. There are gardens of flowers, roses, many colours, yellow, red, purple, orange. Smell their fragrance and see the early morning dewdrops on their petals as the sun rises higher. Nearby the flower beds is a fish pond. Golden fish swim in and out amongst the water lilies. You watch their graceful movements for a few moments, then continue walking. There is a clearing ahead between the trees. Such beautiful trees. Trees full of leaves and wide spreading branches. You move between the branches And in the clearing ahead there is a small temple with an aura of light around it from the warm rays of sunshine. You go to the door where the light from the sun falls within. It is cool inside. You step inside. The sunlight falls on the walls, and on the walls there are beautiful pictures. You sit down on the floor, close your eyes, and become totally still. A sense of deep peace pervades the body, and harmony envelops you as the sounds outside fade into the distance. Continue your awareness of meditation in this temple. Stay there for some time, letting the mind flow freely until peace and harmony pervade. And now bringing an awareness back to the Chitakasha, bringing your awareness to the dark space behind your closed eyes, looking deep inside, watching the darkness. Watching the darkness that you see before you very carefully, with detachment. Do not become involved, simply observe. Rest the mind completely in the warm, friendly darkness. If any subtle phenomena manifest, maybe colours, maybe patterns, simply note them and continue to observe with awareness. If thoughts occur, let them come and let them go. Simply continue to watch the warm, friendly darkness with detachment and awareness. Now it is time to recall your sankalpa, focusing on the point between the eyebrows that is called Chitakasha, focusing on the dark, warm space behind the eyes, and repeat the sankalpa 3 times with awareness, feeling, and emotion. And now relaxing all efforts, becoming aware of the breathing, becoming aware of the natural breath. And we are awakening the breath, breathing a bit deeper into the lungs, becoming aware of the whole body and the breath together. The whole body lying on the floor in the natural breath. Developing an awareness of your physical existence. Becoming aware of the arms, legs, and the body lying stretched on the floor. Become aware of the meeting points between the body and the floor. Develop the awareness of the room, walls, ceiling, noises inside and outside the room. Become aware of the whole of the body from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. repeating in your mind the mantra Om. Becoming aware of the floor and your position on the floor. Keeping your eyes gently closed. Visualize the room around you. Lying quietly with closed eyes, becoming aware of your surroundings. And when you are ready, starting to move the hands, fingers, legs, arms, toes. But do not rush. There is no need to rush. Gently stretch and breathe into the body. And when you are sure you are awake, gently rolling over to one side, staying there for a moment. Taking a few breaths. And when you are ready, moving to a comfortable seated position. The practice of Yoga Nidra is now complete. Bring your hands together in Anjali Mudra. We'll finish the session with 3 Oms. Keeping the eyes gently closed, you may join in if you wish, or just listen or hum to yourselves. Inhaling to chant. Namaste. So gently waking up in your own time, take things easy, drink plenty of water. Sometimes after Yoga Nidra, you may feel slightly lightheaded. Be very careful if you're going to drive, and be very careful. Don't go and do anything rash. Just take your time to come back to more normality. And have a lovely day. Thank you very much. Bye.